Welcome, everybody, to what should be a memorable experience for everybody here in the building. The Big 12 Championship game has a history of wild, dramatic finishes, and based on this matchup today, we could be in for another one. There's a lot more at stake than a championship trophy here today. There's playoff positioning and potentially just getting into the playoff on the line as well, so the stakes have never been higher. As we'll see the number 12 team in the country, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on the 11th ranked team, the Arizona Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. The Wildcats will get the first crack on offense today. And here he comes, the quarterback. All eyes on him. He's the guy that just makes everything go.
Well, this guy's Mr. Do-It-All. It's almost odd to say this about a quarterback, but he truly does. He's the echo of the coach and the connector of this offense. When everyone is hooked up to him, this team operates at maximum capacity, and that usually means their opposition is in trouble.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Offense in hurry-up mode. Scanning the field, it's Potter. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. He'll pick up the first down, stopped at the 27. Offense operating at high tempo now, no huddle. Looking for some space. It's Johnson.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down. This Arizona offense is moving quickly down the field. Caught in the backfield. It's Card. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. Here's the second down play.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Football comes out. Defense grabs the football. It's a turnover.
That's a great play by the defender who forced the fumble, but let's also recognize the heads-up play from the guy who recovered it. They're in the right place at just the right time.
The guys up front lined up. It's first down. And there's the handoff. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35.
All right, Chris, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen today, they're big. You know, they weigh over 300 pounds. But that doesn't mean they don't have to have agility. And the way they can get out there in front of the runner, create space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction, and a runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because he's been blocked so well. Love those misdirection or counter plays, and this one worked out really well for a nice piece of yards and a first down.
Using the ground game here, tailback has the handoff. And the Cyclones pick up enough for a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And the pass is just thrown away. Clearly intentional grounding. And here comes the penalty mark. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? They call the draw play here. They bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker.
Boy, trawls and screens are a great way to counter an effective pass rush. Allow those defensive ends to get upfield and then hand it off at the last second.
Caught over the middle. It's Lee. He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down now. And here comes the field goal unit onto the field. And he knocks that one right through. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's when the offense will take over. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. A fumble the last possession only led to a field goal. Can they shake off that mistake and get it going here? Handoff in a single back formation. No huddle now for the offense. And he will be stuffed for no gain. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Grab down the middle. It's Thomas. It's a nice gain. They'll move the football up to the 27. Arizona getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up.
Well, the defense loads up to show blitz, and anytime they bring that kind of pressure, the quarterback knows he's got to be able to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Nice job of locating the tight end for that first down.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw. It's Potter. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Good execution. Gets a block and gets the first down. Here comes the up-tempo offense.
Good job of reading the blitz here by the quarterback, and it doesn't matter where it's coming from. The tight end knows that they've become a big part of the passing game because they should be an outlet. Anytime you see that kind of pressure, those extra bodies are starting to come after the quarterback. The quarterback's going to turn and get the ball out of his hands quickly, this time to the tight end for the first down.
And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball. 7th play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. And it's caught. Touchdown, Arizona.
Boy, what a job by the offensive coordinator going to that 5-wide receiver set, creating the one-on-one matchups, finding the most favorable matchup, and then going to that receiver for the score.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. Kick goes through, so it's 7-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And here comes the Iowa State offense back onto the field now. They kicked a field goal in the last drive. They're looking for the end zone this time. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
And he's got it again. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Good enough for first down yardage.
Well, when you play zone defense on third down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
And he dumps it off to the tight end. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down. The Cyclones churn out another first down. And they'll use the ground game here. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but
quick pressure. They've got him down for a sack. Well, Kirk, Arizona has the lead here. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Offense looking to throw the ball. Launching it downfield. Looked over the middle, but it's incomplete. And the Cyclones will bring their punt team on the field now. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. And a low line drive, ugly punt. Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid, right down for a touchdown. So here comes the first play of the drive. They'll begin from their 47. The shotgun handoff here. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain. So 2nd and 6. Tempo now. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Hold it. Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. Important second down play coming up. Play action fake, looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. He's got it for a big gain. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Second down after that previous play. Dropping back, it's Potter. Bringing pressure. And he just throws it away there. Safe move. Had nobody open. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Cannot connect. Incomplete. And now 4th down.
boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
And the Cyclones offense is back out on the field now. First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. Moves the ball to the 25, good enough for a first down.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss.
Breaks clear, end zone ahead. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yards to set up a fresh set of downs.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. An inside give now from the shotgun. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Things just appear to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front 7 of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Quick throw, testing the middle. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now.
You know, it's 3rd down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not wiggle free to pick up the 1st down.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. They had to punt the ball last time. Now they're looking to add points, build on this lead. Handoff here from the shotgun. They'll tackle him at the 17-yard line. Again, he makes it 2nd and medium. The defense with more pre-snap movement. Handoff heading left. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22. Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. Can they pick up the 1st on the ground? Looks like Arizona will have the 1st down.
Well, that's mano-a-mano right there. Offensive line knowing exactly their assignment, getting a hat on a hat, and that back threw just exactly where he needed to go to extend this drive. That's a 1st down.
Gonna run it. It's Johnson. Powers through. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. And the freshman making an impact play there.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
Defense are going to keep the pressure on. 3rd down coming up. Secondary backed up off the ball now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Looking to make a play deep downfield. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Going the other way, can they catch him? Inside the 20. Touchdown, Iowa State. And the defense adds 6 from the interception return. And a pick 6, a monster play by this defense here.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving in some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
They're set now to try the PAT. The extra point makes the lead 6. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Defense able to stop the ball carrier there. Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. That's the 2-minute warning in this close first half. The offense trying to score and claim the lead before the break. Now it's second down here. Dropping back. It's Potter. Running out of time in the pocket. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Powering through. So they bring him down. They tried to run for it on 3rd and long. A cautious play call. Doesn't work. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. And the punt team now on to kick it away. This one will be fair caught. And the Iowa State offense takes the field now. They love to stretch the lead here with a touchdown. Had to settle for 3 last time. So here we go. First play of the drive. Under 2 minutes before halftime. Snags the quick throw.
Now the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
The completion makes it second and short. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback. The Cyclones lining up here on 1st and 10. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's second down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. On the run here, lets it go. The pass ball is incomplete. He tried to extend the play, but nobody open.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. The coach chooses to go for a field goal attempt here. The field goal is good. So they settled for 3 here, and now the kickoff. See if the opposing offense can answer before halftime. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. We'd expect a prudent decision here, backed up near their own end zone. Just run the clock out and get to halftime. The defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup. A little over 20 seconds left here in the first half. Will come up on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Potter. Pass rush closing in. Able to throw it away. He felt the heavy pressure, took a hit, but got rid of the football. So second down after the incompletion. The back's got it. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, a first half that gave us some riveting moments, not to mention the dramatic and the unexpected. In other words, a dynamite start to the Big 12 championship. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, let's send it back to Chris and Kirk and what could be a finish to this Big 12 championship they'll be talking about for a long, long time.
And here comes the Iowa State offense back onto the field now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Well, you wonder if the receiver adjusted his route to get closer to that first down line. Whatever he did, it works. Move the sticks.
Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. Gets into space at the 50. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. This offense continues to roll. We wondered, would this defense come up with some answers at halftime? Not on that play.
Now, they've tried to make every adjustment they can. This offense has been very impressive with the way they're able to keep this ball on the ground, churning out big yards. I think they're gaining more confidence, really, as this game goes on. Once you can establish the run game, the play action is so effective. Those linebackers' eyes get caught up on the run. You pull the ball, and you've got open targets behind him. It's a great example of using the run game to set up your play action.
And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice, solid game.
And the Cyclones looking to cash in this red zone trip. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time. Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. On the run, he'll let it go. Touchdown, Cyclones. This offense cannot be stopped. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Now they get set to kick it away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. And they'll give it to the back. Finds room at the 30. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks. Offense will set up on 1st and 10. Oh, it's a reverse. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. Ball handed off. They keep the drive going. It's a first out of the 46. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
Looking to pass. It's Potter. Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away. Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Dumps a short throw down to the running back. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up. And here comes the punter onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Cyclones offense is back out on the field now. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? And the drive will begin backed up at their own 10-yard line. And here's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Looking to set up a screen pass here. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Now the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screenplay. Nice positive gain for the offense.
Third down, out of the shotgun. Grab near the sticks. It's Hoffman. It's a nice gain. They'll move the football up to the 27.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game home just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at second and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Good time here to drop this screen into the offensive coordinator, and a nice job by the running back being able to pick up some positive yards here on this play.
He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
Good pressure here by this defense, but it felt like the quarterback held on to the ball a little bit too long to come up with that sack for the D.
First down sack, pushes the ball back. Second down coming up. Quick throw complete to the tight end. And he's just wide open over there downfield. Kirk, what happened on the coverage that time?
Chris, I don't know how you lose the big tight end like that, but they did. I think it's just blown coverage. Whatever defense they were in, they didn't even...
And here comes a deep shot. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down. The Cyclones will have to kick this away. When he comes for his second punt of the game. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? Takes the handoff. It's Johnson. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Makes a quick catch. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion. Offense sets the formation. It's third down. Dropping back. It's Potter. And he's got it. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the third quarter of play. Well, Kirk, Iowa State has the lead here. So after 3 quarters of play, it's a pretty solid lead. Let's take a look at our game stats, how we got here. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. The shotgun running play call. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. The offense going with the hurry up. They'll give it to the back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. This Arizona offense is moving quickly down the field. On first down, it's play action. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have first and goal right there. Keep it on the ground on first and goal. And that's a solid game before the defense is able to bring him down.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
2nd down and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Boy, they're just not successful here on 2nd and goal, but let's give a lot of credit to this defense. They looked good on these first 2 opportunities by the offense. They strung that last play out and forced a loss of yardage, bringing up 3rd down.
3rd and goal, looking to throw for it. Looking to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the Iowa State offense takes the field now. Forced to punt last time. Trying to add points, build the lead right here. He hands it off from the gun. Gets some space around the 30. And that gained enough for a fresh set of downs. Spotted at the 48.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call. Just keep working that clock.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
And that's going to be a first down. And really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the 4th quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a first down on the ground.
Trying to find room. It's Lee. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Now, I like the run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Off play action, he's looking to throw. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Short pass, finds the tight end. Tackle made at the 26, good enough for a first down.
You know, they've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead shows you that they believe he's going to make the right decisions and make accurate throws.
They'll work the clock here with their running game. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
You're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the 4th quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job at eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the fourth quarter.
And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. Offense operating from the pistol. Takes the handoff, and he'll head left. Taken down, but not before he makes the first down. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And the Cyclones starting a new series here on 1st and 10. There's the handoff. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Coming to the line on 2nd down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Here's the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. Looking for some space. It's Lee. Only gets a couple of yards there. It'll bring up 4th down. Well, here we go again. The field goal team is out there. This kicker's already got 3 makes in this game. Now the offense will spend a timeout here, wanting to come up with a perfect call on this important play coming up. So out comes the field goal team one more time. This kicker has been busy today. He's made 3 already. And it's good right down the middle. And they add to their lead. Set for the kickoff here after adding to this big lead. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. This has been a long afternoon for this offense. All that's left, try to get some consolation points here. Defense is coming after him. Sacked. It's a loss back to the 6. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. The offense spikes the ball here, looking to preserve as much clock as they can. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Quick throw over the middle. He pulls it in for a big gain. The defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now. Looking downfield, it's Potter. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a huge 4th down stop. So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. What an amazing run these guys have had, and now they can call themselves champions of the Big 12 and become a piece of the history of that great conference. And now with the playoff spot locked up, we get to see what they can do against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.